Hello again, everybody. Welcome to USA Wrestling Weekly. I'm Scott Casper. It's time for this week's news from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. Let's start this week with some unexpected news. It shocked the sports fans around the world. It was Monday evening. The International Olympic Committee announced that its executive board had recommended that wrestling be removed from the list of core sports beginning in 2020. Now, the decision has not yet been finalized and will be discussed further in meetings with the IOC in March and September. Meanwhile, USA Wrestling has already launched an all-out effort to work with the balance of the international wrestling community to ensure the sport remains in the Olympic Games. Wrestling is largely considered to be the oldest sport known to man. It was included in the ancient Olympic Games in Greece and has been a part of the Games since the first of the modern Olympics in 1896. One of the most popular sports in the world, wrestling is featured in almost 200 nations covering every continent. No sport is more diverse, providing opportunity for all to compete regardless of geographic location, race, gender, or physical attributes. In short, anybody can compete. USA Wrestling is reaching out to the entire wrestling community to become a part of the effort to keep wrestling in the Olympic Games. We're talking about everybody. Information will continue to be posted regularly on themat.com. Now, wrestling supporters, we're urging you to join the Facebook page, Keep Wrestling in the Olympics. Those who wish to donate to the cause can also do so on themat.com. We talked with USA Wrestling Executive Director Rich Bender about the situation and the strategy moving forward.
Anger and shock are the first two thoughts that come to mind in terms of emotions that the wrestling community felt. I know I felt that, and certainly it was something that was not certainly unexpected by the U.S. wrestling community, the international wrestling community, and really the sports world worldwide. If you look at the public outcry all over the globe from sports media not necessarily connected to wrestling, it's an outrageous decision and obviously one that we're going to fix.
In recent days, national and international media have poured out in support of the sport. Leading wrestling heroes are speaking out on behalf all across the nation and around the world as well. One of those standing up is two-time Olympic gold medalist and Oklahoma State University head coach John Smith.
Well, obviously for me, growing up in Del City and having a sport like wrestling kind of guide me, giving me a lot of direction and no question the opportunities that I've had through the sport of traveling all over the world and being able to meet people of all ethnic backgrounds, it's just been a true privilege, and obviously having the opportunity to reach the highest level in our sport, which is an Olympic gold medal, getting to do that twice, you look back and you realize how lucky I was, and sport of wrestling gave me a lot of opportunities.
Well, USA Wrestling will have regular features on the effort to keep wrestling in the Olympics, and we ask that anybody who values this sport to get involved. If you're already involved, stay involved and increase it. We appreciate your support. Well, the international wrestling season is now heating up with competitions around the globe. One of the most important events of the year is the World Cup. It serves as the annual International Dual Meet Championship. This year, the Cup in freestyle and Greco-Roman will be held in Tehran, Iran, February 19th through the 22nd. The United States is among 10 world powers who will be competing in the Freestyle World Cup. Other teams in the field include Russia, Iran, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Japan, Belarus, Bulgaria, and Turkey, all top teams from the 2012 Olympic Games. Team USA is bringing a large group of athletes for this competition, including 2012 Olympic champion and 2011 world champ Jordan Burroughs, who will be competing at 163. 2012 Olympic champion Jake Varner at 211 pounds will see competition, as will 2012 Olympic bronze medalist Coleman Scott at 132 pounds. 2009 world bronze medalist Tervel Delegnov will compete at 264 pounds. Now, the Greco-Roman World Cup will be held February 19th through the 20th, but the United States is not one of the nations in the field. Wrestling is the national sport of Iran, and sellout crowds are expected for 3 days of great world-class competition. National Teams Director Mitch Hull talked about the importance of wrestling in Iran and the kind of turnout he expects for the event.
I mean, I'm excited to get over there because you're going to be in the Azadi Sports Center. Seats probably 12 to 13,000. That doesn't mean there's 12 to 13,000 there, though. There'll probably be 15,000 people jammed into that, and they're great fans. They love the sport. As long as you're good sports, they of course support their country, but they just love great wrestling. And if there's not action going on, they create their own excitement. So this is going to be a great experience for our team when we get over there for the World Cup.
With its focus on building wrestling nationally, the United States Wrestling Foundation was officially launched last week. The foundation is a nonprofit organization that is posed to help raise funds and improve networking throughout the vast American wrestling community, the silent army, if you will, of those who value the sport across America. Now, one of the first projects is something for the fans to participate in, the Greatest College Wrestler Tournament. Posted on their website is a 64-man bracket of the best wrestlers over the last 50 years based upon college credentials only. Now, fans, you can vote on which NCAA Division I wrestling great should advance each round. The greatest college wrestler will be announced just prior to the 2013 NCAA Division I Wrestling Championships in Des Moines, Iowa in March. Now, voting, fans, you can become members of the USWF. A minimum donation of $35 a member gets you a t-shirt, a private call with Zeke Jones to preview the World Championships as well. Are you kidding me? Well, the funds collected by this group will be used as a seed money for the creation of a new college wrestling program. For every 600 new members, the foundation will distribute the funding to help create a new Division II, Division III, or NAI college wrestling program. Greg Hatcher is one of the leaders in our sport and will donate up to 3 new wrestling mats for the project. President Jeff Waters talked about this organization's new venture.
Dialogue kind of made us pivot. It was a pivot in a direction I think we were already headed in anyway, but it morphed us from Friends of Freestyle into United States Wrestling Foundation. It says here, extending FOFA's reach, mission, and goals. 1, to become an independent 501c3, which is the course we're headed down. And secondly, to extend our mission beyond freestyle to all the Olympic styles and potentially beyond just USA Wrestling.
Well, Andy Barth has been named the team leader for the 2013 U.S. Men's Freestyle World Team. He'll lead the freestyle squad at the 2013 World Championships in Budapest, Hungary, and will be on the leadership staff throughout the 4-year Olympic cycle. He's excited about being a part of the team effort to support our freestyle program and build toward the 2016 Olympic Games. He's the founder of the new Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, which supports men's and women's freestyle. He also helped to found the Beat the Streets LA organization and serves as the president of the board of directors. The program was founded in 2012, but has already impacted the lives of thousands of young people. In June of 2012, Barth received the National Wrestling Hall of Fame's Outstanding American honor, which recognizes great leaders from wrestling in other walks of life. He and his wife Avery made the largest charitable gift in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame's 36-year history. It was a multi-year $1 million pledge. He also is one of Columbia University's top wrestling supporters, helping to build and endow their program. We talked with Andy during the Dave Schultz Memorial about serving as freestyle team leader.
I feel like if I can help in any way, and one of the ways certainly be with some financial support, I think we can really work to achieve some of those goals that they've laid out, and I think that's exciting. It's exciting for U.S. Wrestling. I'm looking forward to the next 4 years being one of the most successful 4-year periods ever, and being a part of that is thrilling, exciting, humbling, you know, all those wonderful adjectives, and I'm looking forward to being a part of it.
Folks, stay tuned. We'll be back. There's more. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Wrestlers, are you ready for the next step? USA Wrestling challenges you to test your skills at the USA Wrestling Cliff Keen Athletic Folkstyle Nationals. Become a national champion. Head to the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Iowa on April 5th and 6th to compete against the best wrestlers in the country. Last year's event featured 1,200 cadet and junior wrestlers from 32 states on 26 mats. For more information about this event and other tournaments, visit usawrestlingevents.com.
Well, the busy winter tour schedule for our international teams is now in full swing. Men's freestyle has two big events coming up, starting with the Cerro Pelado International in Havana, Cuba. That'll take place February 14th through the 16th. 2009 World Team member and past NCAA champion Trent Paulson will compete at 163 pounds. And 2013 Dave Schultz Memorial champ Devin Carter will join him at 132 pounds. Also taking place this week is the Dan Kolov International in Bulgaria. Olympic champ and world bronze medalist Jake Varner will see action there at 211 pounds, while 2013 Dave Schultz Memorial champ and NCAA champ John Reeder will hit the mats at 185 pounds. But those two will be joined by past NCAA champion from Pittsburgh, Keith Gavin. U.S. Greco-Roman athletes will compete at the Granma Cup in Havana, Cuba, including 2011 junior world bronze medalist Toby Erickson at 264 pounds. 2010 World Team member Jake Fisher will join him at 163. Now in women's freestyle, U.S. stars will travel to Kiev, Ukraine for the Ukrainian Memorial International, including world champ and world silver medalist Elena Pereskova. She'll weigh in at 138 pounds. 2012 world silver medalist Helen Maroulis will see action at 121, and 2012 world bronze medalist Alyssa Lampe will do battle at 105. Now the Clip-On Lady Open will take place in Clip-On, Sweden. It will feature two-time junior world medalist Erin Golston at 105 pounds and two-time senior world team member Jessica Medina at 112 pounds. Complete updates surely will be provided on USA Wrestling Weekly just next week and also on themat.com. Well, January is always a busy time at the Olympic Training Center. All three national teams held training camps in prep for the new season. USA Wrestling's Craig Sesker caught up with 2012 Olympic champ Jordan Burroughs, who talked to us about his wrestling future and the coming competition.
It's awesome. You know, I miss the guys, you know, all the Olympians, the rest of the national team here back in training, you know, trying to get geared up for the new year. You know, it's a new year. 2012 doesn't really matter anymore, you know, so I'm just gearing up towards winning another gold medal in Budapest, Hungary.
We also visited with 2012 Olympic champ Jake Varner, who was getting ready to get back into action on the international level.
In December, I took off the mat completely and just kind of lifted and all that, just kind of kept my strength up. But started at the beginning of January, started my training back up again. So this is my first training camp back, and you know, kind of feels good. You kind of forget that for a little bit what it's like to be sore and hurt, but that's all part of the fun.
Well, this last weekend, a major youth wrestling tournament took place, held by Pikes Peak Wrestling League. It was called the Mayhem in the Mountains. It was held in Colorado Springs at the Event Center. The tournament served as a fundraiser for the athletes and the freestyle program at the OTC resident program. Now, members of the resident program served as referees and tournament officials and had an opportunity to meet with young athletes on and off the mat. Over 600 kids came out to wrestle, helping to support the Olympic effort. National freestyle coach Brandon Slay, a 2000 Olympic champion himself, was on hand to present awards and meet with the young athletes and their families. Coach Slay felt strongly about the turnout.
I think it's great for our team to spend time with these 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds and, like you said, rub elbows to encourage them. I think that it takes them back to when they were that age, right? And just makes them thankful for all the coaches and the support they had during the years to get to where they're at. And so, again, I think it's a good realization for our guys' perspective, but also I think it's a great encouragement for these kiddos here today to get better.
Well, Destin McCauley, a USOTC resident athlete in freestyle and one of the most talented young athletes in the nation, served as a ref and worked with the kids one-on-one.
You know, it's really well for us Olympic Training Center athletes to give back. You know, we're out there doing our things, and we knew how it is growing up and how we would like people like this to come help us out. You know, and we have nothing. We get our workout in, we come help these kids, and we feel good about it. You know, and I'm glad we could do something like this. It's really good for our program. You know, it's a great fundraiser for us. You know, get us to different trips around the country.
Olympic Greco-Roman star Ellis Coleman and women's world medalist Helen Maroulis were also there to work the tournament and meet the kids.
Yeah, I always enjoy it. I always have fun working with the kids, and it brings me back, flashbacks to when I used to wrestle when I was a kid. And I started wrestling when I was 9, so it's fun watching the kids wrestle and make mistakes and just do some of the moves that I used to do and see people who have similar wrestling styles as me.
I love these kind of tournaments. They're so fun. You just go out and try stuff. It's so crazy to see how, I don't know, the level that these kids are at such a young age, and just their attitudes. You know, some people are really aggressive and they got that fight in them, and then some kids are more technical. So it's so cool to see at such a young age.
Well, Jay Idey of the Pikes Peak Wrestling League was very excited about the success of the event and about the ability to help future Olympic hopefuls pursue their dreams.
Well, it's kind of like if we were in basketball and we had Kobe Bryant show up and referee, a youth basketball tournament. We get the best of the best there. Their coaches, Coach Slay and Coach Zadok were both here as well. It's just really awesome for the kids in our sport to meet our sports elite athletes.
Folks, stay tuned. We'll be back. There's more. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
The 2013 World Team Trials for both juniors and seniors will be held June 20th through the 23rd in Stillwater, Oklahoma. This is your chance to see national champs, world medalists, Olympians all competing to see who will represent the U.S. at the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary, and the FILA Junior World Championships in Sofia, Bulgaria. Visit www.theworldteamtrials.com for all your ticketing and travel information. ASICS is the proud sponsor of USA Wrestling's national teams.
USA Wrestling's national women's coach, Terry Steiner, is among the 5 former NCAA wrestling champions who will be inducted into the Glenn Brand Wrestling Hall of Fame in Iowa later this year. Steiner was a 3-time All-American and a 1993 NCAA champ for the University of Iowa. He went on to become a talented freestyle athlete before pursuing a career in coaching. Joining him will be his twin brother, Troy Steiner, a 4-time All-American and 1992 NCAA champ for the Hawks. Also being inducted into this class, Iowa State NCAA champ Joe Heskett, NCAA champion Dale Brand of Cornell College, and a 3-time Division II national champion Kirk Myers of Northern Iowa. We talked with Coach Steiner about the honor.
I'm honored. I mean, there's no doubt I'm honored. I mean, to go in with the names that are already in there and to be a part of the Iowa rich wrestling tradition that they have in that state, and to be honored in that way is very special, and it's something that you don't aspire to be in those situations. Or when I was a young kid in North Dakota, I just wanted to be the best I could be, and then you never know where that leads. And unfortunately for us, it led us to the state of Iowa, and we had a great time there, and they helped our lives tremendously. and so it's a great honor.
Well, the banquet will be held Sunday, June 9th at Sunnyside Country Club in Waterloo, Iowa. For more information, contact National Wrestling Hall of Fame Dan Gable Museum at 319-233-0745. Congratulations to all of those being inducted. Well, February, as you know, is African American History Month in the U.S., and to celebrate, USA Wrestling is providing you fans with information on the African American heroes of our sport. Just last week, we posted a quiz on themat.com to see how much you fans knew about the legends. Now we want to recognize some of the athletes for all they've done. The first African American Olympic champ, of course, was Kenny Monday. He won the men's freestyle gold in 1988 at the Olympic Games there in South Korea. Monday was also a star at Oklahoma State. The first African American world champ was Navy star Lloyd Keyser, a 1973 world champ in freestyle. He was also the first to win the Freestyle World Cup in 1973 and the Pan American Games in 1975. The first African-American Greco-Roman world champ was current star Dramil Byers of the Army. He won his world title in 2002. Now, the first female African-American to win a world wrestling title was the Army's Iris Smith. She claimed her gold in 2005. And of course, wrestling legend Bobby Douglas was the first to achieve several different milestones. He was the first African-American on U.S. Freestyle World Team in 1965 and the first to win a Freestyle World medal, doing so with a silver in 1966. Douglas was also the first African-American elected to the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, doing so in 1987, and the first to serve, by the way, as a head Olympic coach in the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona, Spain. Now, throughout the month, we'll provide additional information on wrestling's rich heritage during Black History Month. Wrestling news continues. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Well, no doubt you've heard about the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. The 2013 U.S. Grappling World Team Trials will take place alongside all the other activities. It's set for the Vegas Convention Center April 19th and 20th. The trials will serve as the qualifying event for the U.S. teams that will be competing at the 2013 FILA Grappling World Championships in London, Canada. There will be a men's and women's division in both no-gi and gi grappling at the World Team Trials, as always. The United States is one of the best grappling nations in the world, with consecutive team titles in the World Championships from 2006 through 2010 in no-gi. Team USA was also the world champion gi grappling in 2009 and had third place finishes in 2011 and 2012 in the no-gi division. Now, wrestlers who wish to compete in grappling at the trials are encouraged to go through USA Wrestling's events page on themat.com. Participants who book their hotel accommodations through vegas.com will receive half off their reservation fee, so go to vegas.com for more information. And of course, we'll have updates on all the events going on in Vegas over the coming next few episodes. Well, as you know, it is the season for wrestling in America's high schools and colleges. Nothing reminds us of that more than when Mother Nature sends a winter storm our way. Huge storms on the East Coast and Midwest took place this last week, causing some event cancellations and postponements. But since wrestling is largely an indoor sport, many schedules were unaffected. For some coaches and athletes, it provides another training opportunity. Earlier this week, national resident freestyle coach Brandon Slay had his athletes running through the snowbanks in a grueling workout. Throughout the country, the annual state high school wrestling championships are taking place as well. USA Wrestling Weekly would like to wish all of our high school wrestlers good luck in their state series and encourage those who enjoy wrestling to attend these competitions in person. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Hey, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week contest. The pictures, of course, are sent in by wrestling families and fans from around the country and are being considered for the photo contest page in our USA Wrestler magazine and on our USA Wrestling Facebook page. This week, the picture was sent in from Frisco High School in Texas. It shows Coach Brown and his son celebrating after a victory at the regional championships. That's the way to do it. Have your photographs considered for USA Wrestling's photo contest simply by emailing them to the very hardworking Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. Well, folks, that'll do it for this week's program. From all of us at USA Wrestling Weekly, I'm Scott Casper, and thanks very much for watching. Good night.